when they think of young people, syempre isipin lang nila is always the potential, "Oh, these are youth leaders," ganyan.
Oo.
And parang ang daming agad expectations, pero
Mm.
yung lagi nga nating sinasabi, kailangan may equal input din. So parang
Right. Mm.
it's really investing. So that's what we call it, investing. Kasi we know na medyo resource heavy din naman talaga mag-engage, especially with ng children, no?
Mm.
Kasi madaming sensitivities and all of that. But again, this is investing in young people and also
Yeah.
investing in our future. So
What's up mga kapatid and welcome to a new episode of iStoria, Stories of Youth in Action. Isang programa sa radyo kung saan bida ang kwento ng mga kabataan na umaaksyon para sa bayan. Created and hosted by me, Nico Chong. You just heard Jen Magwad, the Executive Director of Positive Youth Development Network, a youth-led, youth-centered startup nonprofit organization focused on young people engagement in nation building. They advocate children and youth participation in many advocacies on different levels. In this episode, pag-uusapan namin ni Jen ang Positive Youth Development Network or PYDN. Paano sila nag-umpisa, ano ang mga proyekto nila, and what is their motivation, kumbaga, ang kanilang hugot, why they do what they do. Jen is also sharing some of her personal experiences, starting as a youth volunteer herself and now leading a nonprofit that is working with a lot of youth volunteers. So stay tuned because Jen also poses a challenge to government offices and other capable organizations to supporting young people. Our whole conversation, I would say, is inspirational, especially for young people out there who have the drive to advocate for something but do not know how or where to start. So, without further ado, let's listen to this episode of iStoria, Stories of Youth in Action with yours truly and Jen Maguad. All right, so good morning, Jen. Welcome to the show.
good morning. Thank you for having me.
Sige. So for this show, we would just want our viewers to learn more about Positive Youth Development Network and kung ano yung mga initiatives ninyo about climate action. But before we dive into that, can you tell us more about your organization, PYDN, and what do you do?
Hello again, everyone. So I'm Jenny, the Executive Director of Positive Youth Development Network. So PYDN basically is a youth-led, youth-centered organization, and I think in simple terms, our goal really is to facilitate meaningful, genuine, and ethical youth engagement, children and youth engagement at all levels of nation building. And how do we do this? Is basically we contribute in building healthy and highly engaged young people. Um, some of our initiatives to achieve this, of course, mga leadership programs, capacity building, but at the same time, we also have like mga direct initiatives or parang direct implementation of initiatives to promote and advocate for the welfare and well-being of young people. So yeah, in short terms, that's PYDN. So we develop and implement program with and for young people. And you can see that in all of our initiatives na talagang engage yung young people from the start until implementation, until kung i-close man yung program. So they're always present, and at the same time we also again advocate no yung for the ethical and meaningful na youth engagement, even for like our partners in government, ganyan. So yun naman yung goal ni PYDN, kasi I think yung hugot din kung bakit na build or ano ba, na-establish. So yung hugot din kung bakit na-establish yung PYDN, it's because we actually started as a parang youth leadership program din. And yung parang nakikita natin is that in most cases, even if like some organizations would say na they believe in young people and that they want to engage young people, but you often see na very tokenistic yung approach.
Mm.
So, parang just engaging young people for the sake of engaging young people, or parang just picking up some boxes. But not that's not the ideal scenario basically, kasi when we say genuine youth engagement, it really means na ensuring yung participation nila and really, parang listening to their voices. So yun. So parang nag-digress ba ako sa question?
Hindi, okay naman, okay naman. Maganda actually ang flow
Okay.
ng sagot mo so far.
Okay.
Mm. Mm. Pero by listening to you, parang ang lalim ng pinaguhugutan ng org ninyo, no? And
Mm,
parang based sa nakukwento mo so far, parang ang daming ginagawa ng PYDN. Kumbaga, youth
yeah.
engagement is such a very broad topic and nabanggit mo pa na you're doing programs across all levels. So,
Mm,
meron
mm.
bang particular program or meron ba kayong flagship program ngayon sa PYDN or any program na kumbaga baka alam ng ating mga listeners or narinig na ng ating listeners ngayon?
Mm. So tama ka diyan Nico 'no, like very broad talaga yung ginagalawan ni PYDN kasi sabi nga natin, bilang tayo ay youth-led and youth-centered, it also means that we are youth responsive. And anong ibig sabihin
Mm.
nun? So parang ibig sabihin kung nasaan or kung ano yung current na, let's say, issue ng mga young people, parang we have to make sure na nandun si PYDN
Right.
to um support, to guide, and to address
Mm-mm.
these issues, no? Kaya medyo malawak talaga yung parang ginagalawan na space ng PYDN. But as of now, we actually have like several programs. I think
Mm-mm.
baka pinakakilala ng mga viewers kasi ito din yung pinakamatagal na and ito din yung
Mm-mm.
pinanggalingan basically ni PYDN kasi na-mention ko kanina 'di ba na parang galing kami sa
Right,
isang
right.
leadership program. So it's
Mm-mm.
called Ideas Positive. So it's been running for actually more than, let's say, 13 years na pero 11
Mm-mm.
runs pa lang kasi nagkaroon ng some ano tawag dito, parang pause during the pandemic.
Right.
Pero yes, siya yung pinaka long standing program talaga. Nanggaling pa siya from our parang parent organization.
Mm-mm.
Um Can I say the name? Yunila
Yes,
Foundation. So, yun. So, Yunila Foundation. So, it's called Ideas Positive. You can look at it parang you can find it sa Facebook. And it's basically
Mm-mm.
like a social innovation program wherein we engage young people to address kung ano man yung parang issues that they see in their communities, no? And we parang ensure that they are capable, that they are equipped to address these issues. So, baka yun yung narinig na ng
Yeah.
ating mga viewers.
Mm-mm.
But at the same time, we have other programs din naman. So, one is, isa-isahin ko na lang and then later kung baka meron
Go.
kang specific program na gustong mas marinig. But
Mm-mm.
parang we have what we call like mga core programs talaga namin. So,
Okay.
one is for mental health. It's called Kaibigan Chatline. So, sabi ko nga, we ensure na young people are always engaged in everything that we do. So, ito, nagpo-provide ng mental health and psychosocial support. But yung ginawa natin ay nag-train tayo ng young people. So sila basically yung nagpo-provide ng MHPSS through
Mm-mm.
chat-based. So, you can also find it in Facebook. The other program is called Young Heroes Initiative. So ito naman,
Okay.
engaging adolescents naman to. So children and adolescents in addressing issues that concern them. So just like for example,
Mm-mm.
dahil ngayon mostly ng young people is in the digital space. So we're trying to create a module to promote digital responsibility so that young people would
Right.
know how to protect themselves, no, lalo na very rampant yung cases ng online sexual exploitation and abuse of children, ganyan. So yeah, that's one. And then nabanggit ko na kanina yung about Ideas Positive. And then other core
Mm-mm.
programs, what we call Kabataang Resilient Program. So ito naman
Okay.
focusing on climate action and disaster risk reduction. So meron siyang iba't
Mm-mm.
ibang facets. So we have parang creating an enabling environment. So that's engaging government agencies, LGUs to ensure that children and youth participation talaga ay parang included or parang
Yeah.
integral sa kanilang mga climate action and DRR plans. But also includes empowering mga youth leaders, no, para sila din mismo yung mag-create ng mga innovations
Mm-mm.
to address climate change and disasters. So yan. So basically yun yung four na, let's say, core
Mm-mm.
programs talaga. And then on the side, we also have mga advocacy programs. So
Right.
katulad ng every International Youth Day, we have what we call Youth Hour. So it's like
Right.
um the counterpart ng youth engagement ng
Mm.
Earth Hour, parang ganyan siya. So it's like a day of, well, basically we conduct it ng mga 2 to 3 days, but every August
Mm.
12, since that's the International Youth Day, so parang we say
Yeah.
na at least for one day, we focus on young people, di ba? So we celebrate and we highlight yung contributions nila in nation building. And kasama na din dito yung pag-recognize din sa mga outstanding sangguniang kabataan officials, and
Oh.
just recently we also added yung mga local youth development offices, no? So kasi until now malaki pa din yung misconception when we talk about sangguniang
Yeah.
kabataan officials na paliga-liga lang, ganyan, puro sports.
Mm.
But actually, madaming SKs na din yung magaganda talaga yung ginagawa in their community. So mas gusto naming i-highlight yung positive. So para din, parang ano din, source of inspiration din for other
Right.
SKs and aspiring SKs din. So basically that's PYDN, but as mentioned, we are very responsive to evolving needs.
Mm.
So we're very open to partner with like organizations in
Mm.
implementing like other programs na probably not so aligned with our core programs, but still aligned with our core mission, which is again to build the young people as leaders for nation building.
Yes, that is
So
very
yeah.
interesting to note, no, nga, yun nga, nabanggit natin kanina, kumbaga ang lawak ng scope. I actually looked up Ideas Positive and it started as a, di ba, health na kumbaga yung
Mm,
focus area niya muna is health and you're also now doing mental health and
mm,
child protection, tama ba? So,
mm,
all those advocacy initiatives in the side. So, kumbaga, even political na arena pinapasok niyo na din, 'di ba? Kasi you're also
mm,
kumbaga influencing our SK leaders right
yeah.
now. But I'm curious to to find out the story of paano kayo nag-come into focusing on climate action kasi you mentioned about kabataang resilient and tama
Mm.
ba na kumbaga it's one of the parang more recent na projects na pinasukan ng PYDN. So, paano nag-come into focus ng PYDN ang climate action?
Yeah, actually, Kabataang Resilient program started last year lang. Oh yeah, last year lang.
Mm-mm.
So, it started ng parang early last year, pero parang yung official launch niya was about June or July. So very
Right.
very young program talaga siya. But before that, so yun nga na-mention mo no, na si Ideas Positive actually before is about public health talaga. But
Mm-mm.
we see na yung parang interconnection ng mga issues. So even if
Mm.
public health yung focus, for example, ni Ideas Positive before, you see parang programs na more focus on environment. So like, of
Right.
course, sa waste, ganyan, kasi you can relate it basically to health. And lahat, ganyan naman di ba? Lahat naman ng mga social issues usually interconnected yan. So even before, parang nai-involve na din naman tayo sa mga environment initiative, ganyan.
Mm-mm.
Pero nag-ano lang talaga, parang nag come into the picture lang talaga yung Kabataang Resilient Program because we see it as an evolving need talaga ng young people. So,
Yes.
yun nga, sabi ko nga, PYDN being a youth-centric organization. So, we have to be responsive, di ba, to the
Mm-mm.
evolving needs. And nakikita natin na ito talaga yung isa sa pinaka-concern ng young people right now.
Mm-mm.
So, climate change is such a buzzword. At the
Yeah.
same time, we can see naman yung mga nangyayari during disasters, ganyan, and how it
Mm-mm.
impacts young people, 'di ba? So hindi lang yung hindi lang yung for example, hindi lang yung dati parang siguro sa kapanahunan natin, Nico, no? So parang yung impact lang ng disaster is really, nawawalan tayo ng pasok, ganyan.
Mm-mm.
Pero ngayon, we can see kung gaano nakagrabe talaga yung impact ng mga
Yeah.
natural hazards, pero nagiging disasters because nga hindi tayo ganun ka-prepared to respond, ganyan. Hindi lang
Mm-mm.
education yung naapektuhan for young people, but we see a lot of stories of how it affects them emotionally, mentally.
Yeah.
Imagine kung paano sila nagko-cope up with like the the stress na biglang
Yeah.
parang mababaha or as in like yung buong
Mm-mm.
bahay nila mawawala or you hear them, ay parang makakarinig sila ng stories ng, let's say, mga friends nila na sobrang
Yeah.
naapektuhan. So, and it's also because of siguro dahil nga we're so connected na rin, no, dahil sa internet. So they
Mm-mm.
also hear like stories, even like for example, we're in
Right.
Luzon, but we hear stories even in Mindanao, in Visayas. And so
Mm-mm.
parang all of these concerns, nakikita natin talaga na isa yan sa mga pressing concern ng young people. And so we in
Yeah.
PYDN parang nag-isip talaga kami na parang hindi pwedeng wala tayo doon. So parang kailangan nating pasukin yung space, and it wasn't easy,
Yeah.
kasi
Mm-mm.
yun nga, dahil nga parang bago pa kami sa space, and we see a lot of organizations na alam mo yun, parang 10-15 years na in the
Oo.
space, and may mga patanong talaga, "Oh, bakit biglang ano nasa climate sector, parang climate space bigla si PYDN."
Mm-mm.
Pero yun nga, parang sinasabi naman natin na wala namang ownership yung advocacy, eh. So,
Mm-mm.
as long as pare-parehas naman tayo ng, um, gustong mangyari, ganyan. So, go lang, and it's also a learning process kasi nga dahil nga
Yeah.
bago din kami sa space. So, siyempre madami pa din kaming kailangan matutunan, and we acknowledge that,
Yes.
and that's why
Mm-mm.
we partner with a lot of organizations, with experts, to ensure na yung ginagawa natin ay kumbaga parang sound, and yung
Yeah.
ginagawa
Mm-mm.
natin ay ano talaga, kumbaga magiging responsive talaga sa needs, not only ng young people
Mm.
but even their communities in general.
Right.
Mm.
Interesting to note kasi nabanggit mo kanina yung mga other factors na affected by the climate action, which are yung health, particularly mental health ng mga bata, and even yung cases ng mga ano, 'di ba, mga child protection related na cases.
Yes.
Tumataas sila during times
Correct.
of disaster. So, yeah, I see more clearly now kung bakit nagfo-focus si TYDN sa climate action ngayon, which really makes sense. And yun, nakakatuwa lang mapakinggan na for a young organization such as PYDN to think of these kinds of considerations when it comes to their initiatives, no? Kumbaga, pinag-isipan talaga. So, so ano yung mga current na kumbaga ginagawa niyo ngayon sa KRP? Tama ba? Kabataang Resilient Program,
Yeah,
KRP.
kabataan.
So, ano
Yeah.
yung mga current activities or projects nyo under this program?
Mm. So yung na-mention ko kanina, parang it has parang different facets talaga. So one
Yeah.
is creating that enabling environment for young people to, to be involved basically in climate
Yeah.
action and disaster risk reduction. So that involves talking to government, talking to
Yeah.
LGUs. So parang for example, in some of our partner LGUs, what we did ay parang ni-review yung kanilang local DRRM plan to ensure
Mm-mm.
that it is youth responsive. And we're also really advocating for them to engage young people in the process of, let's say,
Mm-mm.
reviewing and even revisiting
Right.
their plans talaga. And at the same
Mm-mm.
time, we have what we call the interagency steering committee for
Right.
so ano pa siya, parang nasa concept pa siya kumbaga. So but we had an inaugural meeting na with the member agencies. So basically parang we want this interagency steering committee to talk to each other and parang
Right.
really promote children and youth engagement in their own agencies, 'di ba? So um
Mm-mm.
So yan, so meron tayong ganong component na talagang more reflect the policies, the ensuring na may proper support yung young people. Other facet naman ng KRP is on advocacy side talaga. So parang
Mm-mm.
parang nagko-co-create tayo ng mga materials, for example, we have what we call the social and behavioral change toolkit. So kino-create
Yeah.
natin to with young people, and by next year iro-roll out na din
Mm-mm.
siya sa mga different communities. So it's really parang putting the conversation about climate and disaster risk reduction sa kung saan dapat. So which is sa
Right.
community talaga, sa grassroots community. So yan yung gusto
Mm-mm.
nating mangyari. But again, ensuring na yung young people basically yung ano dito no, yung parang nagpapatakbo or yung nagli-lead nito. So that's my advocacy. And part din ng advocacy of course is yung mga events, mga
Right.
activities, so such
Mm-mm.
as yung mga local conference of youth kung saan
Mm-mm.
nagka-craft parang so yung local conference of youth, so dito tayo nagka-craft ng youth statement na pinapadala natin sa COP.
Right.
We also celebrate yung mga different celebrations na anong tawag dyan, parang aligned sa climate action and disaster risk
Yeah.
reduction, so such as yung National Climate Change Consciousness Week. Last time we were also involved sa Asia Pacific Ministerial Conference on Disaster Risk
Right.
Reduction. So
Mm-mm.
part of it is really advocacy and parang getting more champions and getting
Right.
more talaga partners. And then another facet is really on youth leadership. So ensuring that young people are actually leading climate action and disaster risk reduction efforts in their communities. So part of it is actually establishing the Kabataang Resilient Network. So it is
Right.
a network of youth organizations nationwide ito na
Nationwide.
working on climate action. Yes, nationwide. So from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So as of now, we have parang 13 members pero nasa process na kami kasi parang yung 13 ay sila yung kumbaga founders nung network. And then pero na siya,
Mm-mm.
nasa plan na siya and by next year na talaga call ng more members pa to join the network. So basically itong network natin parang what we want to ensure kasi nga sila ay mga youth leaders na in their own right. So
Yes. Mm-mm.
some of them actually mas older pa sa amin sa climate space no kasi
Right.
they've been there for like multiple years na din.
Mm-mm.
But what we want to ensure is that they have the proper support
Yes.
to continue basically
Mm-mm.
what they're doing. And when we say support, that means access to resources, to
Yes.
opportunities for for continuous na development. So like we have
Yeah.
capacity building sessions, ganyan. We also parang partner with other organizations. So kapag they have opportunities, we actually send some representatives of the network. So
Right.
yun. And also parang it's also a space wherein this youth organizations can learn from each other. Kasi
Right.
while different siguro yung parang focus areas nila in their own communities, but definitely there are things that they can learn from each other, maybe parang mga I don't want to call it failures, but siguro mga challenges that
Yes.
they
Mm-mm.
face when it comes to like implementing their programs or best practices that they can share with their co-members ng network. So yeah, so basically those are the different things that we do in Kabataang Resilient
No.
program.
And that's a lot.
That's a
But
lot
yes.
for a 1-year program
Oo
actually.
nga. And I also imagine that these members of the Kabataang Resilient Network that you are talking about are grassroots organizations from their
Yeah.
respective communities in different provinces in the Philippines, right?
Yes.
But you
Yes.
also
Yes.
mentioned na, kumbaga, KRP has been involved in various national, even regional and
Mm,
international na mga
mm,
ano tawag, conferences, no? So it's really bringing
mm.
that voices from the grassroots to
Yeah.
kumbaga wider audience. Wow.
Correct.
So so in all these things that you do, Jen, in KRP and in or even in PYDN in general, ano yung nakikita niyo mga factors na yung kumbaga mga challenges, ano yung mga challenges
Mm,
na nakakaharap ninyo in hindering the participation ng mga children and youth in siguro we can focus on KRP but you can also touch on
mm.
PYDN in general later on. Ano yung mga challenges na nakakaharap ninyo?
Oo. Well, I think pinakaunang-una talaga always is opportunities and
Right.
resources, 'di ba? Kasi yun nga
Mm-mm.
parang ang dami talagang young people on the ground na ang daming gustong gawin and they have
Mm-mm.
brilliant ideas. But of course,
Right.
they are still students, they don't have access to resources as much as our government has. So
Yes.
so yun yung isang gusto natin talagang i-bridge na for them to have this like more opportunities to lead and more opportunities to be involved. And when we say opportunities, really genuine opportunities. Yung sabi ko nga nung una, hindi tokenistic in nature, hindi yung mag-invite lang
Right.
ng young people for the sake of inviting,
Oo.
but really ensuring them that ensuring na parang one component kasi talaga is trust like trusting that young
Yes.
people can deliver. Kasi parang marami
Mm.
pa tayong nakikitang organizations, for example, ang dami ng mga organizations din naman actually na nagpo-provide, for example, ng small funding. Pero, parang youth organization but they would require ang daming documents basically na
Oo.
ire-require ng mga documents. So parang it doesn't make sense because these are youth organizations. So parang yun
Right.
yung isang gusto natin. At the same time, government, no, ang daming, to be honest, ang daming
Mm.
resources ng government. Definitely
Oo.
more resources than young people have.
Right.
So yun din yung isa nating gustong ma-bridge na um
Mm.
instead of like let's say masayang yung resources natin sa mga programs na hindi naman hindi naman sa pag pero baka may mga programs na anong tawag dito, hindi gano'n ka-responsive talaga sa needs ng
Yes.
kung ano yung community and kasi yung young people yung talagang sabi mo nga they are grassroot ano talaga organizations. They know what
Yes.
they need and they know parang
Mm.
kung ano yung puwedeng gawin. So yun yung I think pinakaunang-una talaga, it's that access to opportunities and to resources. But at the same time, it's also I think ano pa din, malaking barrier pa din sa ngayon. Anong tawag dun ba, the mindset, the perception, when
Yes.
it comes to
Mm.
young people. I mean,
Oo.
nakikita natin in our work kasi siyempre, ano tayo, parang we work a lot with, let's say, older generation. So hindi naman lahat,
Mm.
'no, marami actually tayong nakikitang champions na din naman na nasa
Mm.
older generations, but hindi pa din naman nawawala yung kind of like perception na, "Oh, masyado pa kayong bata para
Oo.
para
Right.
magbigay
Oo.
dito." Parang, "Anong alam niyo sa mga ganitong topics?" And parang even
Mm.
ako na siyempre I'm a young executive. So sometimes
Oo.
when, when we are in like conferences, ganyan, and we are surrounded by older generations, parang you see some people na parang wondering, "No, bakit nandito 'to?" Pero
Oo.
yun naman yung ina-advocate natin in PYDN in the first place, 'di ba? Na ano nga, na parang we want to prove that young people are actually credible partners in
Yes.
nation building. So I think yun. So opportunities and then the perception and then siguro yung third, if merong man third, is more of sa young people naman, it's really
Mm.
lack of awareness. So parang
Right.
hindi sila pa aware na may mga ganitong opportunities for them to join, or
Mm.
probably it's also because of like competing priorities. So syempre
Right.
nag-aaral, or they also have their own personal issues, ganyan.
Mm.
So yun yung isang gusto nating tanggalin, yung parang yung barriers na yun in their participation. So let's say for example, if they want to volunteer and let's say wala silang pangpunta kasi siyempre
Mm.
yun nga, wala pa naman sila talagang resources, 'di ba? So siyempre as an organization, so as an implementing organization, so kailangan meron tayong enough support for them to participate. So dapat inclusive, parang ganyan.
Right.
Isa yun sa I think gusto ko ding i-highlight, 'no, kasi
Mm.
some organizations parang when they think of young people, siyempre isipin lang nila is always the potential, "Oh, these are youth leaders," ganyan.
Oo.
And parang ang daming agad expectations, pero
Mm.
yung lagi nga nating sinasabi, kailangan may equal input din. So parang
Right. Mm.
it's really investing. So that's what we call it, investing. Kasi we know na medyo resource heavy din naman talaga mag-engage, especially with ng children, no?
Mm.
Kasi madaming sensitivities and all of that. But again, this is investing in young people and also
Yeah.
investing in our future. So yan naman yung lagi nating ina-advocate sa PYDN.
Right. So, like kanina mo pa kasi nababanggit yung government, yung other organizations who have more capabilities to support
Mm.
these these young people, no? So ano yung kumbaga, if they are listening right now, ano yung message mo sa kanila, or if there's a challenge na gusto mong i-post sa kanila, and at the same time also to to the young people as well who are listening right now, na yun nga, maybe may listener tayo ngayon na gusto niyang mag-start ng advocacy in climate action, or gusto niyang mag-support but they don't know how and where to start. So ano yung message mo sa kanila?
So sige, disclaimer lang, no? So while nagsasabi tayo about the government and other
Oo.
organizations, again, marami na tayong
Right.
nakikitang
Oo.
partners, marami na tayong
Mm-mm.
nakikitang champions, ganyan. And I think isa yun sa na-realize ko actually, Nico,
Oo.
bilang isang former youth leader talaga, like volunteer youth leader. Before, may
Oo.
misconception ako na hindi, kaya namin to, ganyan-ganyan. Pero
Oo.
I think working in the development sector, I realized na hindi talaga pwedeng tayo-tayo lang. So we still
Right.
need the wisdom of the older generation.
Mm-mm.
And yeah, parang it's really that intergeneration na collaboration yung mag-ensure ng success ng mga programs natin.
Right.
So message message to to partners muna siguro. Again, I think yung lagi lang naman nating gustong i-ask sa kanila is to trust young people. So
Right.
um parang we know na parang trust young people that they can do things,
Mm-mm.
that they can lead, ganyan. So believe me, like parang in our years of working with young people, as long as you give them that opportunity, you give them that platform, and of course proper guidance, mentorship, hindi
Mm-mm.
naman yan nawawala. So as long as you give them that opportunity, they can really do so much. And they have the power, they
Mm-mm.
have the energy, they have the talent, the skills
Mm-mm.
to do things. So as long as ma-engage natin sila ng tama, I'm sure na mapapadali
Mm-mm.
nila yung buhay natin. And it's really, sabi ko nga, investing in our future. So while siguro ngayon medyo at some point mahirap ma-appreciate minsan yung mga investment na pinoprovide natin, but
Mm-mm.
these young people are future leaders, 'di ba? So
Yeah.
sila din yung kumbaga kung ano man yung ginagawa natin today, young people will either parang reap the fruits or suffer the
Mm-mm.
consequences.
Right.
So please engage us, please involve us, and yeah, so parang I think yun lang, parang trust young people, and I'm sure that they will deliver. For young people
Yes.
naman, so for young people naman, um, siguro parang gusto ko lang din i-share ng konti yung aking experience, 'no. So, I also started, as I mentioned, as a youth volunteer.
Right.
So before ako maging youth volunteer, I was super apathetic talaga, like parang kasi nga madami din naman, hindi ako lumaki sa marangyang pamilya, ganyan. So, madami din akong mga personal problems, and like priority ko talaga yung pag-aaral and all. Um And parang sa isip ko no'n is wala naman akong resources para makatulong, 'di ba? So parang ano na 'yan, okey na 'yan, do'n na 'yan sa mga kayang gawin.
Mm-mm.
Pero nung napasok ako sa space, I realized na ang dami palang puwedeng magawa ng young people, and parang hindi naman kailangan na like madami kang resources, ganyan. As long as
Mm-mm.
you're willing to do it, there are a lot of organizations na puwedeng tumulong sa atin.
Mm-mm.
Not only parang mag-engage sa'tin as volunteers, but even tumulong sa'tin sa development natin. So I think yun yung one thing na na-realize ko, na when we think yung pagiging volunteer is actually helping others, but actually it's a two-way process. You're also helping
Yeah.
yourself kasi you're developing so much. Parang ang dami mong natututunan, ang dami mong experiences, and parang these learnings will really help you not only as an advocate, but even in your personal life, 'di ba? So parang
Right.
we see a lot of youth leaders na talagang nagta-thrive sa kanilang professional work, kasi alam mo yun, yung attitude,
Mm-mm.
yung behavior na ano nila, parang na-develop nila as a youth volunteer, talagang nakakatulong sa kanila in their professional work. So I guess yun, for young
Yeah.
people who wants to start, definitely madaming organizations na pwedeng makatulong, and you don't have
Mm.
to parang start big naman na parang baka
Yes.
na-o-overwhelm kasi na-o-overwhelm yung some young people na parang nakakakita sila ng other youth leaders na nagpupunta na
Mm.
sa mga national conferences or even international conferences, and parang may isip nila
Mm.
na hindi, parang that's not something that I can do. But parang we don't have to start big naman. So we
Yeah.
always start kung ano yung kaya natin, and
Right.
definitely kung ano man yung kaya natin ay makaka-contribute na yan significantly sa
Mm.
mga causes na gusto nating i-advocate. So every contribution, parang walang malaki or maliit, as long as
Yeah.
again you're willing to do it, and kumbaga parang you're freely giving your time, your talent, and your skills for our country, then that's something na um we know na ano talaga magko-contribute. So yun. So, and if parang kung gusto mo pa rin mag-start and hindi mo alam, please message us at Positive Youth Development Network. You can find us
Mm.
in Facebook. So yeah.
Mm. That was going to be my last question, kung paano kanila paano sila makapag-reach out sa'yo, but thanks for mentioning it. All right, so this has been a really insightful and inspiring conversation din, no? And I hope that our listeners may napulot sila and may na-inspire tayong mga young people and even yung mga adult natin na mga listeners, no?
Yeah.
Na yun nga yung message mo na to trust the young people, and for the young people naman to trust themselves also, na
Mm.
they can contribute to whatever advocacies that hindi kailangang climate action lang, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Marami namang
Correct.
ibang advocacies na pwede nilang pagtuunan ng kanilang time and talent. So, ayun, thank you so much, Jen. So, thanks for
Thank
joining us
you.
in this episode. So, ayan, thank you
Thank you
so
so much
much.
for having me. It was such an insightful and ano ba? Yeah, insightful conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sabi nga ng ating pambansang bayani na si Dr. Jose Rizal, ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. We've heard it so many times that it might have already become a cliche to some of us. But talking with Jen right now made me reflect on this famous quote yet again. Ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. Not only because in the years to come, sila na ang adults na mamahala at magpapatakbo ng ating bayan at mga komunidad. But more importantly, sila ang pag-asa ng bayan dahil ngayon pa lang, in their young age, ay marami na silang magagawa at ginagawa para sa bayan at sa mga kapwa nila Pilipino. Young people have the brightest ideas, the talent, the energy, and the passion to make a positive change in the country. They understand their struggles bilang sila mismo ang nakakaranas ng mga ito. At sa kanila rin nanggagaling ang mga naaayon na solusyon. But just like Jen mentioned, hindi naman sapat ang idea o energy o passion lang. Especially in the context of the climate crisis, wherein it's not the children and youth who are causing the problem. Hindi pa sila pinapanganak mayroon ng climate change. But yet, here they are, doing a lot in mitigating the negative impacts of climate change. Because sila rin ang magsasuffer sa consequences nito in the long run. Kaya kailangan ng mga kabataan ng suporta ng mga adults in power to guide them, to mentor them, and to provide them with the resources and the opportunities, and most importantly, to believe in them. Sa namang tunay na kaya ng kabataan. At yan ang ating iStorya. Muli, maraming salamat kay Jen at sa Positive Youth Development Network sa pagbahagi ng kanilang kwento. You may reach them through their official Facebook page at facebook.com/pydnetwork or email them at youthcan@pydn.org. Once again, this is Nico Chong and this is iStoria, Stories of Youth in Action.